The sentimental romance is a common type of movie meant to elicit emotional response as we become attached to the main characters. The new romantic drama, We Live in Time, follows the familiar template of these types of stories, but manages to work because the protagonists are ones we're able to get invested in and hope things turn out well for them. This is helped by the lead performances from Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield, as well as John Crowley's direction. The film may not rewrite the romance playbook, and some viewers will certainly be reminded of Love Story, but it does the job that it sets out to do. The film is told in a non-linear format, which never once becomes confusing, even as it jumps back and forth between different periods. Through choices in the production design, the hair, and other details, is a clear understanding of when each part of Amelot and Tobias' relationship is taking place. We get a lot of the familiar scenes, like the meet cute, the arguments, and the sad moments, but the film makes them work, and the structure does deserve some credit for that. You get a sense of how their relationship evolved and what troubles they face as they try to make it work. Pugh and Garfield bring the required charm to their roles, along with plenty of the heartbreak. Their flaws are highlighted throughout the film, which allows for the needed dimension. A significant part of the plot does come from Amelot becoming diagnosed with cancer, and Crowley and screenwriter Nick Payne allow the emotions to feel natural and realistic as they try to face this ordeal together. Even when the opportunity could have presented itself, the movie avoids getting too melodramatic, instead allowing the natural reactions from the actors to provide the emotions in the scenes. The screenplay is able to inject some humor into the story in the right spots, and again these fit with the characters presented on screen. One scene at an old station especially becomes a highlight, finding humor out of the situation Amelot and Tobias find themselves in. Of the two, Amelot is given the most development, as she juggles her romance, illness, and job. However, Tobias is not shortchanged either, as we see his own occasional frustrations mount. Even with the constant back and forth between the time periods, the film is able to handle the different emotions on display, and it never feels jarring when we go from lightly comic scenes to more serious moments. We Live in Time may use the classic love story template, but there's a reason it's been so often used. The key is making sure that filmmakers don't overdose on the syrup and schmaltz, and this movie thankfully understands how to handle the more sentimental and tear-jerking scenes. You also need two leads with believable chemistry, and Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield absolutely do. They have become two very reliable actors, with Pugh's rise as one of the best actors of her generation continuing to hold true. We Live in Time becomes essentially a well-told romance, with two characters one grows to care about and become invested in.